Here are the tires themselves with the wheels in them. They came out pretty well, I think. The actual struts are right here. I'm waiting for this one part, this unpainted part here to dry. And once that's dry, I'll paint it and then we'll attach the wheels. So I got those two done, the wheels, and I started work on the exhaust. Alright, I have the decals all on. I've put a couple coats of the microsol on, so I'm waiting for that to settle in. And I attached the exhaust. I am also working on, look at that, there's a fingerprint. I touched it with my fingers and I had grease on them or something. I'm also working on the wheels. I got the main landing gear on there, and then there's the tail wheel, which is right here. Focus, there we go. There's the tail wheel. Still have to paint the struts. But the wheels, the tires and the wheels themselves are done. And those will get attached soon. I'm going to go ahead and put these propellers on. They go on the hubs right here. And they gave a little illustration here of how to do it. What color to paint things. The thing is, once the spinner is put on there, you're not going to see any of this silver stuff. So I'm not going to bother painting that. I'm just going to paint the propellers themselves. And there's three of them right there that attach individually and separate. All right. These right here on the sprue are the wing lights. That right there, I have no idea what that is. That may be part of the propeller hub system. I don't know. The propeller spinner, if I can get it to focus, there it is. That's red. Once I get the clear coat on that, it'll make it look a little bit more matte looking instead of just so flat. That's the spacer where the propellers go. What else do I have left to do? Oh, antenna. There's the main antenna, which I haven't even painted or attached. We have another pitot tube or antenna. There's the step. And on this last little piece of sprue, we have some bits and bobs that I'm not sure what they are. I'll look through the instructions carefully and make sure I got all the parts on that are supposed to be on. The landing gear sitting back there, it's ready to go. Here's the propeller assembly so far. I got the blades in. Two halves of this holds together really nice, so they're nice and straight. Then we have this other part that goes on the front, right there. This just fits into there like the illustration shows. Okay. Yeah, so this landing gear is a bit of a fiddly thing to try and attach. You have 3 attachment points at the same time. They all have to line up. And I came to find out that the bottom of the struts where they attach to the wing, the tabs were too big for the holes that were provided. So I had to do a lot of sanding and then test fitting and so forth and so on. And in the meantime, the doors just basically came off, so I'm gonna have to re-glue those because they just got in the way. And you know, in the instructions they tell you to put them on first, but that's a mistake. Don't put them on first. You gotta get this landing gear lined up right, and those doors just get knocked off. So I got the right side of the landing gear on, and next I will go for the left side and see how it fits on. Yeah, there's a propeller waiting in the wings to go on. So I'll grab this other piece of landing gear and try and stick that on now. I got the tail wheel on just fine. It had no problems. Okay, I have the main landing gear attached and glued. I gotta put the door back on this one, and the rear is on. Three main points of attachment here. Anyhow, with some struggling and a little bit of sanding and stuff like that, I finally got them both to fit on properly as I can make them anyway. They're pretty straight, except for this one wheel. Just won't straighten out. Okay, well, on with the show. Well, I have the propeller assembly attached. All the landing gear is now on. I've given everything another coat of clear. There are just a few more items to put on this kit. Let's see. The lights on the wings. The lights on the wing tips. The aerial still needs to go on. The pitot tube needs to go on. And there's a couple other little doodads here and there. One of the main things that still needs to go on is the gun sight assembly, which is shown right here in the instructions. That's going to go up here. But the propeller assembly came out nice. It actually turns. I got to put a layer of clear on those propellers. So yeah, this thing's coming along pretty good now. Okay, I'm masking up the Canopy frames, and this one was fairly easy to do just because the framework of this canopy was raised up enough that I could follow the lines easily with a knife. So all I do is just put, tape down and then just cut out the framework with a nice sharp knife. Leaves behind this nice mask on the glass parts, the parts I want clear. And I'm going to do the same thing to the windscreen portion of the canopy. Okay. The last few bits are going on. I've got the gun sight canopy with the two handles on it, one on the outside, one on the inside. Antennas on, the real tail light, the lights in the wings are on both sides. Underneath, on the belly of the plane, there's a light right there. There's a little, not a ladder, but a little step thing that they use to climb up into the airplane, into the cockpit, and I'll get onto the wing. So canopy is just placed on there right now. It'll slide like so. And then the propeller is all done, and it just presses into place. I did not glue this propeller, not going to. Just goes on there firmly. Yeah, let's see what else. And then the front windscreen is going to just go into place right there. That will get glued on. And other than that, we've got everything on it that we need. This plane is just about done. I'm going to go through it and have these last couple of pieces, and then we're going to check and see if we need any touch-ups being done. I think I'm going to have to put another coat of clear on in a couple places. And that should be it. Well, here is the Hurricane, all finished. Once you get enough microsole on it, the decals lay down really nicely, and they basically look like they're painted on. So I'm happy about that. Canopy fit really nicely. I can leave it open like that, or I can close it if I want. Oops, let's see if I can get that a little better. There we go. Closed up. Yeah, it came out pretty nice. Hawker Hurricane Mark I in 1/24 scale by Trumpeter. Let's look at the back underside. For that we have to take this canopy off, otherwise it'll just fall. Okay, I will try and turn this thing over if I can. There is the landing gear. Came out really nice. The air scoops. Tail wheel. It's a nice model. I recommend it. Not sure what's going on right there with that weird reflectiveness. So yeah, I like it. It's a good kit. If you can find it at a low price, it is worth it. Thanks for watching.